So, our word for today is the most effective way of changing the way we view the world. So, ayan yung ating Accentrics word of the day. So, typical job for students. Ito na po yung mga typical na mga jobs na fit siya for student visa holders. So, number one is a housekeeper, barista, jobs in grocery, childcare. So, lahat na to na na-mention ko na work is makikita nyo siya sa www.sick.com. Pwede kayo mag-apply doon, mag-set ng appointment, just make sure once you are given a job offer or binigyan ka na nila ng interview date, just make sure nasa Australia na kayo. So, just apply 1 week before your take off. So, meron tayong work for student visa. So, once you are given a full-time working permit naman, you can look for a job for your profession like office staff, temping, network engineer, assistant in nursing, and bookkeeping. So, lahat ng mga na-mention ko na work for professional is nasa www.sick.com.au. So, eto sa mga na-mention ko, once mabigyan lang kayo ng full-time working permit. So habang wala pa, you can still work as a student visa holder na mga work na fit sa student visa. So last year, may binigay na like benefits ang Australian government, unlimited work rights for student visa holders. So nag-end siya nung June 30. So we are praying na sana this year, 2024, magbigay ulit ng benefits isang Australian government. So you must have sufficient funds. So ano nga ba yung you must have sufficient funds ng Australian government or immigration? All applicants in this application confirm that they each have access to sufficient funds to support themselves for the total period of stay in Australia and understand that further evidence of funds may also be requested. So, kailangan lang natin patunayan sa immigration or sa Australian government na kaya nating sustentuhan ang ating sarili sa total period ng pagstay natin sa Australia, like 1 year or 2 years. Kailangan lang natin i-prove sa kanila na kaya nating sustentuhan ang ating living expenses for the total period of stay natin sa Australia. So, ayan, ilalagay lang natin yung funds, saan magagaling na institution, and yung value ng money nyo sa Australian dollars. Just a simple, basic information na kailangan ng immigration. So, for health declaration, so what are the typical reason of rejection? So, bakit tayo na-denied? Once, and it comes to health declaration. So, once you have a blood disorder, cancer, heart disease, hepatitis B, C, or liver disease, HIV infection including AIDS, kidney disease including dialysis, mental illness, pregnancy, respiratory diseases required hospital admission or oxygen therapy or others. So, everyone, let's be neutral or kailangan natin sabihin ng mas maaga para hindi masayang yung gastos. Once you have this kind, sa mga na-mention ko, once you have that kind of health declaration or health, may mga ganyang reason kayo or may mga ganyang sakit kayo, yes, pwede kayong ma-denied, auto-denial or auto-rejection. So, once you have that kind, kailangan nyo po muna i-treat yung, magdumaan sa treatment or kailangan nyo muna pagalingin ang inyong sakit bago tayo mag-apply as a student visa holder. So here, let's proceed for our actual courses. So for early childhood education and care courses and community service courses, we have their enrollment, tuition, and material fees for offshore and onshore courses. So for early childhood, we have Certificate 3, Diploma of Early Childhood, Package Early Childhood, Certificate 4 in Mental Health, Diploma of Community Services, Package Health and Community Courses. So, for early childhood, ayan po yung mga na-mention or nasa screen nyo, yung kanilang enrollment, tuition, and material fees. For management courses, for information technology courses or IT, for automotive courses, nasa screen din po naka-flag yung kanilang enrollment, tuition, and material fees na onshore tsaka offshore. So at least you are aware kung magkano ang inyong total na mababayaran for that kind of courses. For trade courses, for engineering course, and for hospitality courses, ayan naman po yung kanilang mga courses na available and yung enrollment, tuition, and material fees. So, hi sa mga viewers. If you have a question, just drop down your questions and don't be hesitate. Kay Ryan James Martinez Velasquez. Hi! How po? Just drop down your full name and number, and after the seminar, our team we're gonna call you back. So let's proceed for vocational course or start date or intake. This year, 2024, we have three upcoming intakes. We have for April, we have for July, and we have for October 2024. So for this year, we have three upcoming intakes. So, but I advise or suggest this April intake because wala pong show money, wala din pong IELTS. A lot of clients is asking if may IELTS and show money pa ba. No, as of now, no for April intake, but I don't think if tatagal siya hanggang July and October dahil yung benefits na yon is hindi siya pang long term. So, I advise April 22, 2024 intake. So here, a summary of fees. So maraming nagtatanong kung magkano yung total na magagastos niya. But here, it's just estimated only. So add 10% buffer. So i-mention ko yung school tuition fee, school enrollment fee, school material fee, visa application fee, medical fee, OSHC, 1-year single applicant, biometrics. Ito po yung mga over or total na magagastos nyo is 7,245 Australian dollar. Sa peso po, it's just 200,500. It's 253,550 pesos. So, estimated lang po yan. So, just add 10% buffer for your application. So how to earn almost 1 million in just 5 months if you are a single applicant? So if you're earning a $35 per hours and work 40 hours a week, you get 1,400 a week salary. So in just 5 months, you earn almost 1 million as a student visa holder. So here in the Philippines, pag student ka, I doubt if you earn that kind of amount, right? But in Australia, walang imposible. It's just a possible thought, a positivity. In just 5 months, you earn almost 1 million. If you are a couple kayo pupunta, you earn almost 2 million in just 5 months as a couple. So, ayan, base pa din po yan sa $35 per hour and work 40 hours a week. So, dinoble po yung inyong income as a couple. So, you earn almost 2 million in just 5 months. So, here are the 8-step application process. So, step 1, sign the agreement. Step 2, submit all the requirement. Step 3, assessment of your qualification. Step 4, you will receive an advice. Step 5, submit application to school. Step 6, convince the immigration that you are genuine. So, dito na papapasok ang ating GTE or SOP or Statement of Purpose. So, Step 7, submit visa application. Step 8, arrange accommodation and travel. So, these are the steps that a student will undergo but not limited. So, ito po yung ating 8-step application process na pagdadaanan ng ating student visa holder applicants. So, here are the stage 1 process. So, fill up the PDF form agreement, school enrollment form, and etc. School, submit all the required document, pay the enrollment fee directly to school, pay the tuition fee, apply for a visa immigration. So, these are the 3 stages. Fought this the initial or should be below to get you started. So let's proceed for our question and answer. So everyone, for those watching our FB Live seminar, you can drop down your question and I'll answer it right away. I'll give you 5 minutes, guys, to drop down your question. Then I'll answer it after. Or if you are interested to start your application, just drop down your full name and number. Then you're gonna receive a call from our team after the seminar. So I think that's it. So thank you everyone for watching our seminar this afternoon. I hope so. I hope there's someone na mag hi sa mga pumapasok pa lang na viewers. But yeah, you can just drop down your number and your full name. After the seminar, tatawagan po kayo namin. So that's it. That's the short seminar for Australia. Um, Once again, my name is Paulina Tana from Accentric. Thank you everyone and see you again tomorrow.